Boom! Greetings from YouTubeville. Once again, Danny Savage, Draft Guru. Like, sub, and subscribe. It don't cost a dime. Still the best beard on YouTube. Gonna do a quick video about two prospects that caught my eye and adding them to the watch list. We're probably over 270 already. And when all is said and done, pre-draft, will be over 500. Definitely be over 500. I like to see how many other people give you. They'll give you like 10 people each, and they'll be like, "Yeah, I'm the draft guru. I'm the offensive line guru," but they really don't even watch. They really don't even watch college football. I guarantee you, all these people that say they're draft guys, there's like one or two that I respect, legit, that are draft guys. But the majority of them, if you talk to them now, yo, do me a favor, bro. For everyone out there, give a call up to some of these shows and say, who are your top 5 running backs? Who are your top 5 defensive tackles? Who are your top 5 edges? Who's your top 5 running backs? Who's your top 5 wide receivers? See what their answer is. No, I really haven't even started looking yet, and that's the answer you're gonna get. But seriously, do that. That would be kind of comical. But then, come February, March, then they're or if let's say their team has a bad year, then they might start talking draft like by week 10. So maybe then I'll start watching football. Well, not even watching football, they're just copying. Listen, bro, copy and paste champs. Me, I'm books. I'm on my second book already. By the time April comes, I'll be right. I'll have like probably 3 to 5 books written down. I'm old school. I write everything down. All right. First kid Caisus Howell, Texas A&M. He's an edge slash linebacker, but I see him more as an edge. 6'4", 245. He transferred this year into Texas A&M. Last year, he was at Bowling Green, and he had 10 sack season. He had a 10 sack season at Bowling Green in 2023, and I believe in 2022 he had 2 sacks. So he's had good production in the MAC, but we all know the MAC is, and that's actually a football conference, it's a much, much lower, not quality, I ain't gonna say quality, the talent is much lower. But if you go by this kid's measurables, he has it all. Now, this is a kid, if he can put together, he's caught my eye, but if he can put together, a 10, 12 sack season at Texas A&M, I could definitely see this kid draftable. He's a definitely draftable player, in my opinion. Uh, my only question is some teams going to look at him as an outside linebacker, or some teams going to look at him as a hand in the dirt kind of guy, or honestly, even a 3-4 outside linebacker. But he just has to show up now against better competition. So he's just, listen, like I said, am I saying this dude's going to be, top 10, top 20 pick? No, of course not. These are just watch lists. You will get all my final stuff. We all know. You'll get all my stuff before At least 14 days before the draft. 14 to 15 days, you will have be completed with all my rankings at every single position. Most people just wait for a certain guy to put out his publication, and then they're just copy and paste champions. And I make sure I get my stuff out before him. I even put out my summer watch list before him. Not even gonna mention his name. Next kid, he's a guard, Luke Kendra. How do you not like a name like that? Cool Hand Luke. Showing my age. Think he ain't, I don't know. Was it 50 or 60 hard boiled eggs? It might have been more, but for anyone that's bored on a non football night, that's a cool movie to watch, man. Cool Hand Luke. So this kid started off at Louisville. This kid, he was a 2-year letterman at Louisville. This kid, decent size, 6'4", 335. He's from Cincinnati, so I guess he didn't, like Louisville that much or whatever. I don't know. I guess Lexington he didn't like. I don't know. I've never been to Kentucky. I'd like to someday, just why not? So he transferred back home to the University of Cincinnati, this kid. Last year, he was all Big 12 first team guard. And I've always said this before, like they don't play defense in the Big 12, especially with passing. But last year in the Big 12, Cincinnati had the highest rated running attack in the Big 12. But last year was Cincinnati's first year in the Big 12. But all I'm trying to say is they were putting up crazy numbers. And this kid has great size. Like I said, 6'4", 335. I like my guards big. I like even if they don't have the size, like the height, I like them super wide. And he's also, in my opinion, somebody that you can slide in to center. Nobody's talking about this kid at all. At all. Nobody put him in their top 20 lists, 30 lists. But and actually this kid I missed this kid also too in the summer. You know what I'm trying to say? But you can only do so much. But you're still gonna get kids. You're still gonna get at least 6 to 10 kids on a weekly basis from here every week. So these are 4 players I've given you so far today. I've given you a guard from Miami, a running back from Ball State, an edge from Texas A&M, and a guard from the University of Cincinnati. Tomorrow is going to be Fantasy Football Wednesday. That's when the draft guru gives fantasy football advice. So that's all. Fantasy football is only on Wednesdays, people. That's it. So tomorrow's fantasy football. Thursday will be teams that are on the rise. Also teams that are on going the wrong way also. That'll be Thursday. Friday night, I'll probably jump on a podcast late at night, probably fifth quarter Cowboys or Cowboys Corner. It all depends. I'll probably do Cowboys Corner Saturday night, and then probably Friday will be fifth quarter Cowboys. Who knows? It all depends. Everybody has different schedules. So you can catch me there, and I'll put that in my. I'll click it and I'll put it in my community things where people can watch it. I will put out a video Saturday morning, like around 10 a.m. for games to watch out for. And there's some really, 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 really good games this Saturday, man. The top 5 is really we're gonna find out a lot this week. I think you're going to see a lot more things settled. I should say the top 10. We're going to find out who's for real, and we're going to find out who the pretenders are. That's just my opinion. Because I think it's comical preseason lists when all it is a bunch of dudes sitting in an office that's never ever played football before, and honestly, they're just throwing darts at a board saying, "Oh, I think this team's number 8. I think this team's number 9." It's comical. Like I've said this before, in college football, even in the NFL, in my opinion, you don't know what you have. In my opinion, it takes a good 3 weeks before you realize what you have. But like I said, tomorrow is. I was going to say another name, but no. Tomorrow is Fantasy Wednesdays. We all know when you're rocking with the GWO, it's for life. Over and out, everybody.